Shocking news has rocked the world of daytime television. Brad Everett Young, beloved star of General Hospital, has passed away at just 46 years old. Fans are devastated, colleagues are in disbelief, and the circumstances surrounding his untimely death are raising questions nobody expected. What really happened to the actor who brought so many unforgettable characters to life? Stay tuned because the truth might surprise you. Brad Everett Young was more than just a face on General Hospital. He was a talent that fans adored, a presence that lit up the screen, and a colleague many admired. But now, the world is grappling with his sudden passing at the age of 46. You might think you know the story, but there are details, moments, and insider revelations that have not yet reached the public. In this video, we will take you behind the scenes, uncovering the timeline leading up to his death, exploring reactions from co-stars and fans, and revealing the untold aspects of his life and career. You won't believe the unexpected twists in this story, and by the end, you will have a deeper understanding of what really happened. Stay with us, because the most shocking revelations are still to come, and this is where it gets truly interesting. Brad Everett Young's journey in daytime television was one of talent, dedication, and a deep connection with his audience. Born with a natural charisma and an undeniable screen presence, he quickly became a favorite among fans of General Hospital. From his very first appearances, it was clear that Brad had the rare ability to make viewers feel every emotion his character experienced. His range was remarkable, effortlessly moving from moments of intense drama to lighter, heartwarming scenes. But Brad was more than just his on-screen persona. Behind the scenes, he was known for his professionalism, his kindness toward co-stars, and a commitment to his craft that inspired those around him. Colleagues often described him as humble, approachable, and someone who genuinely cared about the people he worked with. It is this combination of talent and character that made his death so shocking and devastating for the daytime television community. Fans quickly took to social media to share stories of how Brad's performances had impacted them. Many spoke about how his character's struggles mirrored their own lives, creating a sense of connection that few actors can achieve. Yet, despite all of this admiration, there were aspects of Brad's personal life that remained private, secrets, challenges, and pressures that he carried quietly. These unseen elements of his life are part of the story that makes his passing even more complex and heartbreaking. As we explore what happened leading up to his death, it becomes clear that there is much more to this story than headlines and public statements. The next section will delve into the circumstances surrounding his final days, revealing details that have left fans and colleagues searching for answers. And what we uncover next may shock even those who followed his career closely. Brad Everett Young's sudden death at 46 has left many in shock, not only because of his age, but also because of how unexpectedly it happened. Leading up to his passing, those close to him reported that he seemed his usual self, dedicated to his work, engaged with fans, and in seemingly good health. Yet, as we now know, appearances can be deceiving, and there were layers of his life that remained unseen by the public. In the weeks before his death, insiders revealed that Brad had been quietly dealing with personal challenges. While exact details have been kept private out of respect for his family, sources close to the actor suggest that the pressures of life in the public eye, combined with health struggles that were not widely reported, may have played a role in this tragedy. The combination of fame, personal expectations, and a grueling work schedule in the fast-paced world of daytime television is often more stressful than fans realize. On the day he passed, friends and colleagues describe a scene of shock and disbelief. General Hospital cast members quickly shared their grief on social media, expressing how sudden and unimaginable his death felt. Tributes poured in from co-stars who spoke about his generosity, his sense of humor, and the lasting impact he had on everyone around him. Fans flooded platforms with messages of heartbreak, many recalling their favorite moments of his characters and how his performances had touched their lives. But here's where it gets even more concerning. While the official cause of death has been reported, there are questions about the timeline and circumstances that remain unclear. Some insiders suggest that there were warning signs that were overlooked, and others have raised concerns about how his health was managed in the weeks leading up to this tragic event. Still emerging, point to a deeper story, one that goes beyond the headlines and the initial reports. It is this combination of shock, unanswered questions, and private struggles that has left both the entertainment community and fans grappling for understanding. As we continue, the next section will explore the reactions from his colleagues, revealing emotional statements and anecdotes that paint a fuller picture of the man behind the roles. And what these co-stars reveal is both touching and, in some cases, heartbreaking, showing just how much Brad Everett Young meant to the people who worked alongside him. The news of Brad Everett Young's passing sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, leaving fans, colleagues, and friends reeling. Within hours, social media platforms were flooded with messages of sorrow, remembrance, and disbelief. For many, it was difficult to process that someone who had brought so much joy to screens across the nation was no longer with them. Co-stars of General Hospital were among the first to express their grief publicly. Many shared heartfelt posts reflecting on not just Brad's talent, but also his character behind the scenes. One co-star recalled his infectious laughter during long filming days, how he could lift the mood of the entire set, and how genuinely supportive he was of everyone around him. Another described his mentorship to younger actors, guiding them through the challenges of the industry with patience and encouragement. These personal stories highlighted a side of Brad that fans rarely saw, an empathetic, caring individual whose presence extended far beyond the screen. Fans, too, took to platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and fan forums to share their experiences with Brad's work. Many recounted moments when his characters' journeys mirrored their own lives, offering comfort and hope in difficult times. Others expressed heartbreak over losing someone who had become part of their daily routines through the soap opera's long-standing presence. The messages ranged from simple rest in peace sentiments to longer, more reflective posts about how much his work meant to them. It became clear that Brad's impact went far beyond entertainment. He had touched lives in a very personal way. Yet, amidst the tributes and memories, there was a palpable sense of unanswered questions. Fans and colleagues alike wondered about the circumstances leading to his sudden death, and speculation began to circulate. Some raised concerns about the demanding nature of the soap opera industry and the hidden pressures actors face behind the cameras. Others pointed to health-related factors that had not been publicly discussed, highlighting the challenges of maintaining privacy while living in the public eye. In addition to social media, several cast members offered interviews in which they shared stories that had never been revealed before. From late-night conversations about life's challenges to moments of vulnerability that few witnessed, these revelations painted a fuller picture of Brad Everett Young, not just as a star, but as a human being with complexities, struggles, and triumphs. One particularly touching story involved Brad helping a colleague through a personal crisis, showcasing the depth of his empathy and the strength of his relationships on set. Despite the heartbreak, this outpouring of grief also revealed the incredible legacy Brad leaves behind. It became clear that his influence extends far beyond the soap opera world. His kindness, professionalism, and the emotional depth he brought to his roles have left an enduring mark. Fans and co-stars alike are now carrying forward his memory, sharing stories, and celebrating the life of a man whose talent and humanity will not be forgotten. But even as the tributes continue, there are still questions that linger. What exactly were the events that led to his passing? Were there warning signs missed? And what does this tragic loss tell us about the pressures faced by actors in daytime television? The answers, while not fully known, start to emerge as we examine the timeline and statements in even greater detail. In the next section, we will explore these aspects, uncovering the hidden truths and lesser-known facts surrounding Brad Everett Young's untimely death. And the revelations that follow may shock even his most devoted fans. Even after the initial shock of Brad Everett Young's death, there remains a cloud of unanswered questions that has kept fans and industry insiders searching for clarity. While the official statements provide some details, there are numerous aspects of this tragedy that have yet to be fully explained. One of the fueling speculation questions revolves around Brad's health prior to his passing. While he was seen publicly in seemingly good spirits, sources close to the actor have indicated that he may have been quietly managing health challenges that were never disclosed to fans. In the high-pressure environment of daytime television, it is not uncommon for actors to downplay or conceal personal struggles in order to maintain their roles and public image. This creates a hidden narrative that only becomes apparent in moments like this, when tragedy strikes unexpectedly. Another layer of complexity involves the demanding nature of his work. General Hospital, like many long-running soap operas, requires actors to maintain grueling filming schedules, memorize lengthy scripts, and deliver emotionally intense performances on a daily basis. While Brad excelled under these conditions, insiders note that the toll it takes on mental and physical health can be significant. The combination of stress, exhaustion, and underlying health issues can create a precarious situation, one that may have contributed to the shockingly sudden nature of his passing. In addition, there are unanswered questions about the timeline of events in the days leading up to his death. Friends and colleagues have recounted subtle changes in behavior, hints of stress or fatigue, and moments of concern that, in hindsight, may have been warning signs. While no definitive conclusions have been released, these reports add a sense of mystery and urgency to the story. It raises difficult questions about whether more could have been done to prevent this loss and how the pressures of fame and public expectation intersect with private struggles. Controversy has also emerged on social media, where speculation runs rampant. Some fans question whether there were external factors involved, while others focus on systemic issues within the entertainment industry that may contribute to burnout and overlooked health concerns. While it is important to separate fact from conjecture, these discussions reveal just how deeply Brad's passing resonates, not just as the death of a beloved actor, but as a reflection of broader challenges that performers face. Despite the controversies and unanswered questions, one truth remains indisputable. Brad Everett Young made a lasting impact during his time in the spotlight. Beyond the mysteries surrounding his death, his talent, professionalism, and humanity continue to inspire admiration and respect. Each revelation, each insider story, and each fan tribute serves as a reminder of the legacy he leaves behind. A legacy that continues to grow even in the wake of tragedy. And yet, as we explore these hidden facets, the story grows even more poignant. There are intimate details, seldom shared, that show not only the struggles he faced, but the strength and grace with which he carried himself. In the next section, we will dive into some of these deeply personal stories, moments that reveal who Brad really was beyond the screen and why his loss is felt so profoundly by those who knew him best. What you are about to hear may surprise you and shed new light on the man behind the beloved roles. As the dust settled after Brad Everett Young's sudden passing, it became clear that his impact extended far beyond his on-screen performances. Co-stars, friends, and family began sharing intimate stories that revealed the man behind the characters, the person whose kindness, humor, and quiet strength had touched countless lives. Several colleagues recalled moments when Brad went out of his way to support others on set. One co-star described how he had stayed late during long shooting days to help a newer actor rehearse lines, offering guidance without any expectation of recognition. Another shared that Brad often checked in on friends during personal crises, sending messages of encouragement that lifted spirits even in the most challenging times. These small but significant gestures painted a picture of someone who genuinely cared, a trait that fans might never have fully realized through television alone. Beyond his professional demeanor, Brad was known for his humor and warmth. On set, he could turn tense or stressful moments into opportunities for laughter, reminding everyone of the importance of joy even amidst a demanding schedule. His ability to balance professionalism with approachability made him a beloved presence among cast and crew alike. Even in interviews and public appearances, Brad carried himself with humility, often redirecting praise toward his co-stars and crew, demonstrating a rare generosity. Also shared moments of vulnerability, highlighting that despite his public persona, Brad faced struggles like anyone else. These personal revelations humanize the tragedy, reminding us that fame and talent do not shield individuals from the pressures of life. Fans were deeply moved as these stories circulated, providing a fuller understanding of his character, his values, and the impact he had on those around him. Brad Everett Young's legacy is multifaceted. On screen, he brought memorable performances that will continue to be celebrated by fans for years to come. Off-screen, he left a profound mark on colleagues, friends, and the soap opera community through his kindness, mentorship, and dedication. The stories shared in the wake of his passing ensure that he will not be forgotten, and that his influence extends far beyond his years. In remembering Brad, it is important to reflect on both his triumphs and the tragedy of his untimely departure. His story is a reminder of the fragility of life, the unseen challenges faced by public figures, and the enduring impact one individual can have on the lives of many. For fans, co-stars, and the entertainment industry as a whole, Brad Everett Young will forever be remembered not only for his talent, but for the person he was: generous, inspiring, and unforgettable.